Good morning, guys. Well, I woke up this morning to it raining and storming pretty good on the mountain, so I decided I'd spend my morning running to town and grabbing some goat feed, some cat feed, and I also needed to get some tag bolts for the Jeep. I know a lot of you guys have asked about the Jeep here lately. The Jeep is good, it is running, and it is legal. I just need to put the tag on it. So I needed some bolts, so went ahead and got that. I'm also gonna have to get a brake light assembly for it from where it got backed into before I owned it. So I went ahead and priced that here at O'Reilly's. It's a little bit more than what I want to spend, so I'm gonna see if I can find it elsewhere. But now we're off to the feed store. Come on. First thing we're gonna do is grab a little bit of hay. Probably gonna get 2 or 3 bales, and then go ahead and get the goat food. Probably end up getting the cat food at Walmart. We'll see what they got here. So Eclipse didn't eat no food, so I got her a little chew stick. She's gonna love that. Got 3 bales of hay. I ended up getting a thing of sweet feed and a thing of pellets, and also they have cat food here too. So Midnight and Ryder is gonna get their groceries here. I'm gonna do a little bit of rearranging in the truck because we still got a lot more to get. Had to put you down to get that loaded, but we got their feed in the back here. Now we're gonna pull over here to S&W, which is right there, and go ahead and grab one of these 275 gallon totes. Eventually they'll end up they'll probably end up buying this one from me, and he plans on buying me another new one at some point, because when they started using it, it was new. But for the time being, they can just keep using mine as well. That way they have 2. That way they always have plenty of water and don't have to run out of water. That way they can have one on deck full of water and have another one back up, and when one empties, they'll buy them a little time to get the other one down there before they run completely out of water. That's the plan, that's the goal. Let's see how it works. How you doing this morning, young man?
Give out. Give out, are you?
Oh yeah, I've been working well here lately.
There you are. I got it. It's been smothery.
To the weekend inside and moved in by Monday, hopefully.
Hell, you're in good shape.
Yeah, well, I still got a lot to do outside.
Well, as long as you get in there where it's warm before winter.
Oh yeah, I put a mini split in last week where to finish off that drywall. I was like, I'm over to. Trying to give me a bath.
splash some water on top of that one.
Yeah, I already had one of those there baths.
All right, young man, come back and see us.
Always. Bad thing about giving y'all money is, all it does is cause more work on myself.
Well, it'll give you more things to do.
Yep.
That way you ain't lounging around.
There you go. Hey, if you stay busy, you ain't got time to die. All right, guys, we got it loaded. We got us a load today. We still need to get the gas. I still need to stop by Walmart. Making progress though. Come on. All right, guys, just left Mickey D's. Now I'm sitting in the parking lot at Walmart. And I got some hot cakes and their big breakfast. Made me a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit with a hash brown and some pancakes. I'm gonna get some groceries. I'm hungry this morning, guys, hungry. And then we're gonna finish up our trip in town here and then go back home, and we got some stuff to do, guys, so stick around. All right, guys, made it back to the mountain. The old drifter done drifted up here to see his new gift.
This was an unexpected gift at that. Man, this was something I'd been talking about wanting to get.
Yep, for a long time, but the old Vibe would have had a hard time getting this.
Yeah, I'd have had to put it on top of the Vibe and then strap it down, and this would have been a whole thing.
It would have took about 2 hours to get home because he would have went 10 miles per hour because all the wind resistance. But I got this sucker loaded up, guys. I got the 275-gallon tote, 3 bales of hay, gas all the way wrapped around the corner, and a whole back seat full of food. I've already took the groceries in the cabin, so we're gonna get this unloaded. I'm also gonna back the Jeep up and unload all the stuff out of there into the storage shed so I can put the tag on there so I can start driving the Jeep around when I don't need to go get a bunch of material, just to save some gas money. I did go ahead and price a brake light for it because that's gonna need to happen as well before I go it on the road. They are proud of it. So I'm gonna take a look online, maybe rockauto.com, come on, and see if I can find it a little bit cheaper, because there's no huge hurry for there, so there's no need to run around and risk getting a ticket about something stupid. So I'm gonna try to get that ordered tonight, get that on the way, and get the old Jeep Patriot on the road.
Rock Auto was the website that one of the subscribers mentioned to us too, to look on there to get the new AC kit and blower for our car.
I've been using Rock Auto for years. They got OEM parts and knockoff parts, and they're pretty good, pretty accurate, and pretty quick with their shipping.
Nice.
Ryder done came out here to check out the situation. We're gonna go ahead and unload the gas cans right over there and go ahead and unload the water tote right there, because Mike was talking last night about needing water down there at the camper again, so that's why I figured I'd go ahead and grab this. That way you can fill both of them up. And let's see if he stays proactive, guys, and keeps one full while the other one is, or if he's gonna be like, I'm out of water. Let's see. Put it in the comments. Do you think he's gonna be proactive, or if he's gonna wait until they both get empty and be in the same situation?
We had a discussion about this already. We're gonna be proactive.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it, guys. I'll believe it when I see it. All right, let's get this unloaded. You want some food? I got you some cat food too. You gotta open the lid again. I hear you. Guys, all this stuff's been in here since I brought the Jeep from Florida. A lot of this stuff is just old stuff from my old tools, and I even got a weed eater back here that might actually come in handy that I forgot I even had.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get all of this unloaded, that way I can clean the vehicle and all of that and get it ready for the road while I'm waiting on this busted tail light. I wonder how that happened.
I would assume that it was probably the previous owner of this Jeep, which was not Michael.
Yeah, who was it?
I believe it was Lissa.
She's been known to back into something, guys. She's been known to back into something. Yeah, if I get the new light, that should be good. I'm thinking if I come in from behind this with a little heat gun or something, being this plastic, I can probably pop that back out.
Yep.
And it shouldn't be too bad.
She actually backed into a tree in my sister's yard in Florida.
Yeah. I've heard stories, guys. That's not the only thing she's backed into. Come on. All right, guys, let's get it unloaded. All right, guys, we got the Jeep cleaned out. There's actually quite a bit of space back here, more than I thought. This will be the first time I actually see the back seat. Still in good shape.
Yeah, it's all pretty much in good shape. And these seats lean back a little bit. Check it out.
Nice. You can get your gangster lean in the
lane.
back seat. But the car is in really good shape, guys. The interior's in good shape. Once I take it up to the car wash and get it detailed out real good in here, this will be a nice little daily driver for me.
It's got WeatherTech floor mats all the way around.
Which is needed for here.
Here's the rest of your brake light. I saved it for you.
Oh yeah, there we go. I might put that on for the time being and tape it.
A little bit of red tape or
Yeah,
clear
a little
tape
red
over
tape,
it.
clear tape, something like that. When I drive it up to the getting place.
It's a good idea.
Now all I got to do, guys, is get the registration in here and put the tag on. And she's illegal and running. It did end up costing me about $1,100 to get it up and going. I had to basically replace the whole air conditioner, what's happening. Which Mike already paid once to do, but the guy ripped him off. And that ended up being the problem.
We actually had it out with that guy back and forth, back and forth. He kept telling, because I took it back afterwards and he looked at it again and kept telling me it wasn't his work and it wasn't his work because I paid extra for a labor warranty for a whole year. If anything messed up, we could take it back, but he didn't want to honor that warranty.
Yeah, it's real nice to offer a labor warranty and then refuse to do the labor. Come on. All right, guys, I'll bring y'all back when we get into something else. Come on. All right, guys, one other thing that I got. You got Eclipse little rawhide flavored stick thing from the feed store. A little treat. Let's see if she likes it. She's normally pretty weird about her snacks and treats. Takes her a minute to warm up to it. You want a treat? You want a treat? You want a treat? It's good stuff, huh? Here. Get it, girl. Yeah. Yeah. You don't even know what to do with that, huh? You're just gonna lick it. You'll be chewing on it in a little while, huh? Good morning. Good morning. Whew, guys, it's already hot out here. The humidity is kicking like Van Dam. All right, we're gonna get the generator crunk up, get some air flowing. That way that drywall mud can finish drying. I'm thinking though, I borrowed Country Road Cure's lawnmower. And I'm thinking I'm gonna cut the grass today. It's getting a little high in some places. And being that I just found that weed eater in the back of the Jeep, I'm gonna see if I can get it running and see if I can finish getting this yard cleaned up and back into order. I'm sure you are tired of watching me sand drywall about as much as I'm tired of actually sanding and mudding drywall. Come on. All right, guys, it is the evening time and I decided to go ahead and come in here and put another coat of mud on. I didn't really feel like filming it. I wanted to just kind of get it done, and I figured there was enough putting a mud on in this video, but I did want to show you where we're at with it before we end this video. The lighting's not that great, but pretty much just about got the final coat on the walls here. I'll end up sanding it down in the morning. Probably gonna need to put one more coat on the ceiling in some places I won't, but it's definitely starting to smooth out a lot now. These areas in the corner right here that were real low, I'm definitely gonna have to put at least one more coat on there. But I am gonna do a light sanding in the morning. But a lot of the walls are starting to look good. And also all the corner bead is just about where it needs to be. I might end up putting one more coat on there, but I got the closet done. Got another coat on the ceiling. Definitely gonna have to put a little bit more right here. Like I said, this was a little low. But it's all looking pretty good. I definitely concentrated on floating the edges right here because that's always the worst to sand. I widened it out a little bit too to make it a little bit better. I won't really know where I'm at until I sand it. Probably gonna have to do one more skim coat in some places and add a little bit more here, but it's turning out pretty good for what it is. From where it was when I started to where it's at now, it's definitely a huge difference, and definitely starting to get the ceiling back to where it needs to be. Well, good morning, guys. Well, we got a lot of rain last night and earlier this morning. It's about noon right now, and the rain has finally let up. It is a beautiful clear day now, and we're gonna try to make the most of it. With all of the rain, we've needed it, but it has got the yard growing like crazy everywhere. My grass is high. My lawnmower and weed eater that I had have been broke, so I borrowed Country Road Cures to be able to get my grass cut. And whenever I was cleaning out the Jeep, I realized that I had a weed eater in there that I didn't even realize that I had in there. I don't know if it runs or not, but we're gonna give that a shot and see if we can get the yard cleaned up today. And later on, we're gonna work our way to the new tiny house because the owner of that also gave me a couple of things that I need to get here on the property, and we're gonna start working on that. So enough talking about it, let's be about it. Come on. All right, guys, got the yard picked up, cleaned up a little bit, organized some things, got all the hoses rolled up nice and neatly. I went ahead and pulled the power of the cabin, rolled it up right there up underneath. Got the air compressor full, because later on when we go down there to get some of that stuff, one of the things is a trailer. So I'm gonna take my air compressor with me, make sure that the trailer's got air in the tires. This grass right here has gotten a lot taller, and over here as well. But I cleaned up all the trash, walked the yard real good, made sure that there wasn't no metal or anything, big rocks laying in the yard. All the way around the cabin, cleaned up around the burn barrel. I will end up moving this, I just don't know where I'm gonna put it yet. Also got the front yard straightened up a little bit. So now I think we're ready to break out the lawnmower and go ahead and cut, and then we'll see how much I still have left to weed eat, and hopefully I can get that weed eater running and get this project knocked out. It's gonna look so much better, guys. I hate it when the yard gets grown up like this. For one thing, safety. Snakes and stuff out here. It is still prime time for snakes here in Arkansas. And with all this overgrown stuff laying around, yeah, them danger noodles will come after you. All right, guys, let's grab the lawnmower. All right, first thing we're gonna do is check the gas and oil in here. Looks like we got a little bit of gas. It needs a little bit of oil, guys. When you're borrowing somebody else's stuff, you definitely want to make sure that you take care of it better than you take care of your own stuff. I don't really like to borrow stuff because typically if something can go wrong, it's going to go wrong when you got it. But in this situation, I need to get my grass cut, and I greatly appreciate Country Road Cure for helping a brother out. All right, now we got it back to proper levels. Let's go ahead and top the gas off. And before I give this back, I will clean it and return it looking like brand new. All right, guys, I had to do a wardrobe change. I had to take off my empty Homestead shirt, which I absolutely love, good quality shirt. But it is very, very thick, and it is very, very hot out here. So I switched to the one that I cut the sleeves off of. And another favorite channel of mine is It's All Grady. And their shirt is a very soft shirt, but it's also very light. So that's why I cut the sleeves off about 2 weeks ago to make it a tank top. All right, guys, it's hot out here. It's over 100 degrees, but we're about to cut this grass. Let's get after it.
Coming? Come on, baby. Oh,
right, guys, we're making some progress. It is looking good. I had to go in the tiny house for a minute and cool off. You look at my hat. Whew. Sweating my booyaka off. It is hot out here, guys. It is starting to get a little cloudy. Probably end up having some more storms tonight, but the yard is looking amazing. I've also got back there by the generator. I didn't show that on camera. And starting to work on the backyard here. And around the side to where the burn barrel and fire pit is. We are getting there. I will have a little bit of weed eating to do in places like that. And around the solar battery for the fence. And probably around the back porch right there. But I'm liking what I'm seeing. Definitely worth the hard work and all the heat out here I'm dealing with. But let's go ahead and keep going and get it done. I'll be feeding you guys in a little while. Quieting it down, quieting it down. Whew, it is hot, guys. It is hot. I finally got it cut though. And I think it looks really good. I'm still gonna have to get the weed eater out and do some weed eating. That little lawnmower worked pretty good. It only used one tank to do all of that. And I could even go over the rocks. It was set at a good height without hitting any rocks. Couldn't go over no big ones, but just decent sized rocks. But I got all of that y'all just seen. I got around the fire pit area. I'm gonna have to spray some stuff on the rock. Even though I got landscape fabric up underneath the rock, grass and weeds still grow on the rock. So I didn't see that coming. But I definitely need to weed eat all around here and that back area there. I don't want to run the risk of putting their lawnmower back there in that, because I don't know what's buried in there and don't want to break their lawnmower. Whew. But it is hot, guys. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break and cool down a little bit, maybe eat some lunch. And then I gotta get the last coat of drywall mud on the tiny house. That is where I've been going today to escape the heat, because I rolled up all the extension cords that run the cabin. So the cabin's been off all day. Whew, but it's a consistent 72 degrees in here. Looks good though, guys. We are getting close. I only got about one more coat on this. I'm gonna do a light sanding today. Nothing major, just to knock off some of the rough edges right here and over in this area. And then hopefully put the final coat in. A couple of places might need a third, an additional coat, just to make it all nice and smooth. But we are definitely making progress, guys, and it feels amazing in here. All right, guys, I'll bring y'all back whenever we get at it. Come on.